always doing so much with my hands and I'm nervous in front of the camera. Hi guys, my name is Emily. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm 25. I work in accessories marketing. What else? I live in New York City. I live in Midtown in a small apartment with my sister, her boyfriend, and my boyfriend. So there's a lot of us. Today I wanted to do a thrift haul video. This is stuff that I purchased over like the course of the last year. So nothing terribly recent. It's kind of been a collection over time. And so these are just a few things that I'm wearing a lot this spring, most of which I picked up in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is probably my current favorite place to thrift, but generally speaking, I've had better thrift experiences outside of New York. I think New York thrift stores are way too exhausted. Everyone here is a fashion girly. When I was in Seattle, I had a way better luck just going to my local Crossroads Trading and finding Reformation so easily. So don't get discouraged if you're not in a city that doesn't have fashion people, because I guarantee you there is always going to be somebody, at least one fashionable person, donating their clothes. Anyways, let's get into it. The first thing I purchased was around $25. It is a long boho skirt. It has a really cute floral print on it. The flowers are not too big, which I really like because it's delicate and a little more subtle. I was always really obsessed with maxi skirts since I was like 16 years old. And honestly, it's because I watched the freaking 19 Kids and Counting show where all of the girls wore that, and I thought it was like so Amish, but weirdly wanted to try it out, kind of live like my Christian girl fantasy. But anyway, I've always been really obsessed with the idea of just wearing like long skirts, and I feel like I'm just describing a cottagecore fantasy right now actually. But I really fit into this trend. I really feel like I was maybe even was ahead of this trend a little bit in 2015 when I watched reality TV. But my favorite thing about this is the stretchy elastic at the top. It makes it really adjustable. I can tuck something into it, or I can just leave something over it, and either way works really well. The only thing I'm not crazy about on this skirt is the buttons. I don't like buttons that go down clothing items. That's just me. But I still felt like I couldn't pass it up. It is 100% cotton, so it is very comfortable. It feels very durable and a really nice statement piece that can be dressed up or down. I like wearing it with a tucked in top, and then you can even dress it up with some booties. I have these really pretty patent leather Stuart Weitzman boots. I think it looks really elegant and feminine when you wear boots underneath a long skirt. It just has a little bit of an element of high fashionness to it. I don't know why I'm saying that, I just feel like it does. If I'm feeling that this is a bit too modest and Christian girl, I do like to wear a crop top on top just to show a little more skin, feel a little more sexy, and sort of balance out that full coverage on the bottom. I'm pairing it with this really cute one from Reformation, which I think provides the slightest bit of midriff, which is really cute. This next skirt is from Crossroads Trading, also in Williamsburg. This one was also around $25, and I just could not resist a Ralph Lauren skirt with this chiffon type of material. Actually, what is the material? It's literally polyester. Okay, well, this is not really a flex anymore, is it? But I still really love the material. As you can tell, I love floral skirts. I love florals in general. I love how ruffly and feminine it looks. It does remind me of something my mom would have worn in like the early 2000s, and I think in that way, I just feel really attached to pieces like this. I really like wearing this with a pair of cowboy boots. I think the brown on brown just looks really good, and it adds a bit more of a boho edge. I've never really been a boho girly, but I'm open to trying to be one. I love when monochrome is like not perfectly matching and actually is like slightly off. I think that's the best way to do monochrome, honestly. It just adds a little bit more dimensionality in my opinion. This skirt is unfortunately a bit big for me. I'm a size 2, this is more of a size 4, but I couldn't pass it up, and I think I could probably sew it to make it a bit tighter. I'm not the best sewer. Also, because of its larger size, I can tuck something into it and it doesn't look incredibly frumpy. So there are silver linings, we'll see. The other thing I really like about skirts like this is that you can kind of give it a harder edge by pairing it with a leather jacket. I know it's a bit warm for a leather jacket right now, but that's a really good way to transition this piece from summer into fall. This next piece is this sheer top from Bossio. I've never heard of this brand. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing it right, but I also got this at Awoke Vintage. At the same time, I got this baby. So it was a big day for me, needless to say. I just really love the color. I really like, oh my God, I just realized this is the third thing with florals I'm sharing. I hope that's it. Oh my God, it's literally not. This should just be called like florals haul at this point, honestly. Anyways, I do like the pattern a lot. I do like the color. I don't wear a lot of lavender. I don't really wear a lot of pinks and purples like I used to. I think now that it's summer, I'm trying to get back into that. Sometimes it's just good to add a little pop of things into your wardrobe to spice it up and keep it interesting. So that's what my goal was with this. But this is incredibly sheer. It does need a bra underneath it. It's really hard for me to find bras that flatter me because I am really large chested. Sorry, I don't mean that as like a flex or anything. It's actually not a flex. Most clothing is made for women who are not as large chested as me, honestly. So it's definitely always a challenge trying to get clothes that flatter me without being a boob shirt. Like, I'm literally just trying to wear a cute top and I'm not trying to throw myself out there all the time. I mean, sometimes I am, but Actually, a lot of the times I am. Anyway, I wanted to embrace just being cute and girly with this top, so I do have to choose my bra carefully. I do like this Lululemon one with it. I do find that athletic bras kind of push the weight in a little bit better, so I do tend to go for one of those when I wear this. But other than that, this looks really cute with a little mini skirt. Of course, cowboy boots are never a bad thing either. Even a pair of jeans I think would be too to dress it down a little bit, and probably that's what I'll end up doing once the weather gets cool. So yeah, really like this top. Oh, this top was like 30 bucks, so this was a little pricier, but still completely reasonable. Okay. Now that I've gone through all of my Brooklyn finds, let's go into some other cities as well, because I promise I'm not in New York all of the time. This next find is actually from the Crossroads Trading in Seattle that I was obsessed with. I go every single time I'm back, which is honestly really not that much because I have no reason to be there anymore, but I really do have a soft spot in my heart for that place. So this sweater is from Originally and Other Stories, so not a crazy fancy brand or anything, but I love how high the collar goes. I know that's a very specific and weird thing to think about, but I do think they're kind of trendy lately. It just has a homemade vintage DIY vibe. I don't knit or sew at all, so it's kind of fun to pretend I do when I wear something like this. There's something about the high neckline though that I just think is so sweet, precious, and innocent. I like to think timeless too. This sweater is really nice to pair over a dress though. I like to put it over my longer dresses to kind of dress them down. I also like wearing this with a t-shirt and jeans, so there's really just so many ways you can wear a cardigan. I would buy this in a million different colors if I could. I think black is the next one I would want just because you gotta cover your basics, but I think a pink would be really cute as well. But yeah, And Other Stories, one of my favorite stores, and also one of those places that I think it's actually kind of overpriced in the store, but pretty easy to thrift. Oh, I lied. This dress is actually also from Brooklyn. This is technically a nightgown. It is so precious. The lace is so cute. It's so sexy, but I love the color as well. I had been looking for something like this for a really long time. My only contention, it is a bit long. Otherwise, I would wear it out more and probably dress it down, like I'm saying, with a sweater or a leather jacket. It's not made of any particularly nice fabric, but I just cannot get over the lace, you guys. It's so... okay, it's tangled. I just think it's really sexy and elegant. I don't wear it every day, but if it's ever a more romantic night, needless to say, I would consider wearing it. Whenever I feel like living the traditional life housewife fantasy, which is every day, I think about wearing this. I feel like I would wear it more, except that one, it does not really cover this area, which is fine if Max and I are by ourselves. But if we're with other people, there's other roommates in this apartment, it's not something they need to see. And then, I mean, if anyone does see this area, lucky them, I guess, right? I'm just kidding. Am I? One thing I am thinking about doing with this dress is cutting it. It would kind of hurt my heart a little bit, but I think I could easily wear it out more, like I was saying. I could also tuck it into jeans, and I can kind of tuck it into jeans now. And when I do, it's kind of a nice going out look. It could even be a brunch daytime look. This feels like something Best Dressed would have worn 5 years ago, and that's an A+ in my book. Last thing I will be showing for you guys today is this bandana top. I actually got this in Portugal around a year ago when I went with my family. I went to, what was it? I'll link the thrift store below. It's, I think, pretty highly acclaimed. At least TikTok told me it was. It's not from a fancy brand or anything, although I feel like it could be if you didn't know any better. I just like to wear it around my neck like this for a little bit of a classy European look. It looks really great with a white dress or even a white top or any color top really, especially if you're trying to make something out of your outfit when you feel like you have nothing to wear. This is a really great kind of accent to add. It makes your outfit go from zero to high fashion-esque. I feel like people would get mad at me at how easily I throw around that term, but I do think it does add a little bit of je ne sais pas to your look very easily. Another way I like to wear it is around my head, kind of like this. Let me try to tie it. It kind of looks like a little bonnet or babushka. Wearing something like this just makes me feel so romantic and feels like I'm wearing something vintage inspired. And in my defense, even if I don't wear this like this that much, I don't own a lot of these bandana type of things. So it's always just nice to have at least one in my back closet. Wait, one more thing. I need a pair of sunglasses. 1 second. I just need a fan now. Yes, you want to know the difference between us? I have class and you don't. Anyway, that's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know there wasn't too many pieces I talked about, but half of my closet is thrifted, so I'm thinking I might make another one of these come summertime, or just more outfit videos in general. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.